From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Job growth is on the rise here in Arizona, and McDonald's is working to hire 2,000 new employees.
Plus, one organization wants to impose stricter laws on gun retailers, making it harder for firearms to make their way into criminal hands.
And Tombstone is becoming more of a ghost town as up and down economics suggest waning interest in the Old West.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Jake Gaden.
And I'm Yahaira Hawkes. Thanks for joining us. Job growth in Arizona is on the rise. One example is the mega food chain McDonald's, who is looking to hire 2,000 new employees. Reporter Mitch Casada learned how Arizona is on track to increase its job growth rating.
The national average rates of unemployment have been decreasing since last year, but in Arizona, the number has fluctuated and recently spiked. But there's good news on the horizon for Arizona. McDonald's opened 2,000 jobs in Arizona today.
Which is a blessing. It's a blessing.
These were the thoughts of Duran Valdez, who is unemployed and homeless and looked at the McDonald's gesture as a great opportunity for young and old.
It'll be something new for me. At my age, it's hard to deal with stuff like that, but people in the probably in their 20s, are barely getting started. Even I see senior citizens working this McDonald's.
Valdez is part of the unemployed sector of Arizona that has suffered since this summer. In January 2014, the unemployment rate in Arizona was 7.1%, while the U.S. average was at 6.6%. Both numbers decreased until this summer, when unemployment in Arizona spiked to 6.3%. Economist Elliot Pollack said that could be a flaw in data, but a hiring spree like McDonald's today is helpful.
2,000 jobs is always significant, but you got to keep in mind that in the state of Arizona, you have 2,633,000 jobs.
He also recommended being careful before applauding McDonald's.
Businesses just don't hire for kicks. They hire because there's an increase in demand for their product that requires more workers. McDonald's isn't hiring 2,000 people just to be good guys. They have a need for 2,000 employees.
Pollack said the starter jobs at McDonald's will help workers gain experience, but Valdez didn't agree.
We have experience. We're all older people. Even though I don't seem that old, but I am in that aspect.
While the unemployment rate is expected to decrease, more good news is on the horizon. According to Moody's Analytics, Arizona is expected to have a 3.1% annual job growth through 2019, the best rate in the nation. From the newsroom, Mitch Casada, Cronkite News.
The Human Rights Campaign, the nation's LGBT civil rights organization, released the 2016 Corporate Equality Index. This annual report assesses LGBT inclusion across the nation, including 6 organizations here in Arizona. The Corporate Equality Index showed that in total, 851 companies were officially rated in the 2016 CEI, up from 781 in the 2015 report. 407 businesses earned a top score of 100%, and 72% were the average score from the companies and law firms here in Arizona. Half the companies here earned a score of 80% or better. The Arizona companies with the top scores include Snell and Wilmer with a score of 85%, Avnet Inc. with a score of 80%, and the Republic Service Inc. with a score of 80%.
Arizona's 15-year drought may not be as bad as California's, but some are calling for a plan to protect Arizona's water resources for the future. Our Cronkite News reporter Lauren Michaels was in Mesa for a town hall discussing possible solutions.
Members of Arizona Town Hall met behind these doors to finalize a report of suggestions for preserving Arizona's water. Many agreed and disagreed on various topics.
Welcome to the 107th Arizona Town Hall for keeping Arizona's water glass full.
After 3 days of intense discussion on how to prevent Arizona's drought from getting worse, along with the yays and nays,
I do not see consensus. Thank you.
the nonprofit group moderated a discussion and helped come up with recommendations the state can take to conserve water, meeting our current water needs without new funding.
They need to know we need to conserve water, we need to use it wisely, and we need to plan for the future.
Ranchers, conservationists, and a member of the Navajo Nation shared ideas on protecting this important resource.
In this particular instance, we are taking a proactive action to educating people about what water is.
The town hall ended with a report on goals they plan to share with the community, state and local leaders.
Our input and our voice is important. It's very important to the conversation about water.
After today, you can view the full report and key recommendations online at aztownhall.org. Here in Mesa, I'm Lauren Michaels, Cronkite News.
Arizona Congressman Ruben Gallego held a hearing on the Brady Center report on a bad apple gun dealers, the 5% of sellers who are linked to the majority of guns later used in crimes. Cronkite News reporter Adriana Barajas has the details from our Washington, D.C. bureau. Adriana?
The Brady Center is known for its support of gun control, but this time it is calling for better control of a specific gun dealer, the so-called bad apples. Congressman Ruben Gallego has a message for bad apple gun dealers.
To stop selling guns that will end up in the hands of criminals.
Gallego joined the Brady campaign to call out the 5% of gun dealers who they said supply 90% of the guns found at crime scenes in America.
Bad apple gun dealers feed gun violence both nearby and across state lines. Guns from Arizona dealers are used in crime in Phoenix and Los Angeles.
Dan Gross says the bad apple dealers make up just a small part of all gun dealers in the state, but their actions have a big impact.
There are many bad apple gun dealers in Arizona who sell guns knowingly to criminals and other dangerous people.
The report named 2 Arizona gun dealers as top sellers of crime guns. Lone Wolf Trading Company sold 334 guns between 1996 to 2000 that were later used in crimes. George W. Stahl dealership was linked to 245 crime guns.
And those guns also wind up getting exported to places like California. So Arizona is actually not only a problem for Arizona, but it's part of a national problem.
The Brady campaign wants Congress to implement tougher laws on gun dealers, including background checks for the seller and the purchaser, limiting purchases of handguns to 1 per civilian every 30 days, and preventing sales of guns to straw purchasers and gun traffickers.
And our only goal, it's not to close down the overwhelming majority of gun stores that don't sell any crime guns. It's to go after those few bad apples, hold them accountable so they change their bad apple ways.
The National Rifle Association did not immediately respond to my request for comment on the report, but they have said before that the report shows the need for better enforcement of gun laws already on the books instead of new laws. Reporting live in Washington, D.C., Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News.
Senator John McCain is holding a field hearing at the state capitol on Monday, along with Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, addressing Americans' heroin epidemic at the border and law enforcement's efforts to combat drug trafficking. Among the several panelists scheduled to speak at the hearing are Governor Doug Ducey and County Attorney Bill Montgomery. Senator John McCain called Arizona ground zero in the fight against heroin trafficking from Mexico to the United States. For more multimedia coverage on the impact of heroin, how families and law enforcement agents are coping, and to watch our full investigation, go to hookedaz.cronkitenewsonline.com.
Price tags hang from trees in a Phoenix park, but they aren't for sale.
Coming up on Cronkite News, one Valley man is tagging each tree himself, hoping that this work will show the city just how valuable these plants can be.
And the Arizona Department of Transportation has a warning for Arizona drivers and snowy roads to create dangerous driving conditions.
At ASU, we believe the most important semester is the one that starts after you get your diploma, the one called life. So we work hard to help our alumni thrive, teaching them the importance of not only achieving their goals, but exceeding them. With innovative programs that embrace hands-on learning, that encourages real-world growth. Our alumni know it can be the education of a lifetime, for a lifetime. For more information, asu.edu.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
Are you a news junkie, history buff, science or nature lover? Then discover 8 World, an entire channel devoted to bringing the world home to Arizona. Watch 8 World on Cox 88 or over the air via antenna on 8.3. To find out how to tune into 8 World for your satellite or another cable provider, visit azpbs.org/world or call 602-496-2308. Discover your world. 8 World.
My child who's watching Super Y, and it said, "What letter makes the sound R?" And my 2-year-old is jumping up and down going, R, R, R. I love that. I wish I knew the genius that came up with Dinosaur Train. I mean, what little boy especially doesn't like dinosaurs and trains and to put them together in one show? My family does without a lot of stuff, but I would be horrified if we had to do without PBS.
The next time you drive through your neighborhood, take a close look at the trees. You may discover they've been tagged. It's part of a new campaign hoping to show people the true value of trees. Cronkite News reporter Ebony Johnson is live with the details on this tree tagging campaign.
Trees do more than just provide shade, and with this tree tagging campaign, officials with the city of Phoenix hope to show Arizona residents just how valuable they truly are. Leaves aren't the only things blowing in the wind. Some trees may have price tags hanging from their branches. The Encanto Park in Phoenix has 3 different species of trees with these price tags, each showing the tree's annual value to the community.
So it is a short-term tag, but with long-term results.
Indall tags are handwritten and hung by Richard Adkins, forestry supervisor with the city of Phoenix. Adkins says the point is to show residents that there's more to these trees than just shade.
I have it hanging on a mesquite, and it has a total annual value of just over $200 a year that it provides to the citizens of Phoenix. And that's a combined dollar value of stormwater runoff reduction, air quality, carbon sequestration, electricity savings, and then just general aesthetic value to the park. So we have that all broken down by the dollars that it contributes.
Although the tags don't last longer than 3 weeks, that doesn't bother Adkins as long as it's a conversation starter. Valley resident Damian Mitchell says the trees give him a great scenery while bike riding, but hopes to see the program grow.
No, I think that you guys are doing great. I enjoyed this park, so I hope that it gets planted more on the west side of town when I ride the bike, but I hope that you guys' program spreads out.
With over 90,000 public trees in Phoenix, there is no way for Adkins to tag them all. But that's not his main priority.
Trees are fantastic. And as we're living in it and building up our urban community, we need to remember that and put in trees as part of our development infrastructure so that we can have a healthier and more sustainable existence here.
The city of Phoenix is dedicated to increase its tree coverage from 12% to 25% by the year 2030 with this campaign. Live in downtown Phoenix, Ebony Johnson, Cronkite News.
While we don't see much snow down here in the valley, areas in northern Arizona have already seen several inches. Today, the Arizona Department of Transportation and Department of Public Safety show that they're more than prepared for the snowy winter. With more than 200 snowplows and 400 operators, ADOT is launching the No Snow campaign to help to spread awareness about driving in snowy weather. ADOT spokesman Laura Douglas advises drivers to especially be cautious when driving around snowplows.
And what we can do as drivers is to give them that little extra space they need, that space to maneuver and do their job. And certainly we don't want to get too close to a snowplow because that's dangerous for us as drivers. The plow blade is heavy, it's big, and you don't want to be tangled up in a plow either.
ADOT is warning drivers to be cautious on the road and keep an emergency prep kit in their cars. Things aren't looking okay for the home of the OK Corral.
Coming up next on Cronkite News, hear how Tombstone is handling economic ups and downs as it adapts to the times while staying true to the Old West.
The easiest and best way to support Arizona PBS is by becoming a sustaining member. Your monthly contribution of $5 or more comes directly from your bank account or credit card, so you know your membership is always current. It also means no more renewal notices in your mailbox. So more of your dollars go to the programs you love. It's convenient for you, greener for us, and better for the planet. Become a sustaining member today.
Tap into the art scene from coast to coast. Join the Art Beat Nation, a weekly series where you'll experience a rich cultural tapestry of art stories from across America. Meet artists, writers, composers, and performers setting the pulse of the arts in America now. Join us for a brand new episode of Art Beat Nation. Sunday at 5 on 8HD. When you want to be more connected, friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, watch us online.
Your favorite PBS shows, ready to watch when you are. Anytime, any place. Find more ways to explore than ever before.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
One Brophy College prep student is being recognized for his excellence in journalism. I had a chance to talk with Reese Krantz about the project that he worked on that gained him this prestigious award.
This is probably one of my favorite classes to take here at Brophy.
Reese Krantz, a humble Brophy College prep student, realizes creating a newspaper is a team effort.
Oh, I think it's great to represent Brophy, you know. To win an award like that, it's not a solo effort.
Krantz won the Arizona Interscholastic Press Association Award for Excellence in Staff Editorial. Brophy College prep student newspaper The Roundup won first place in the 2015 Newspaper General Excellence Award, something Krantz was in charge of.
I think he's already doing the next level of work right now, and I'm fortunate for that.
Krantz's teacher, Micah Malloy, says there's a high standard that Krantz brings to his work, and even his peers recognize it.
He's the type of student that he just does the work. I don't have to direct him on what to do. He knows what to do. He gets it done, and he's a really fantastic writer on top of that.
Malloy isn't surprised of Krantz or even the newspaper's success. The Roundup has won many awards from the AIPA, and it's because of students like Krantz.
He's really good at looking at the bigger picture and then making decisions about what goes online, when it gets published, who he needs information from, based on what is going to be good for our community.
Overall, Krantz is good at journalism because he loves what he does, and he says he's in his element.
I don't know, I don't do it for the awards. I guess it's something that I just enjoy doing. It's something I take as a class, and just I want to be here because I work with some good people, and it's just a fun environment.
Krantz hopes to focus on an engineering degree when he gets to college, but says he will continue writing as well.
Tombstone, Arizona. Locals call it the town too tough to die, but hard economic times makes the town's future unclear. Cronkite News reporter Ivan Rodriguez traveled to Tombstone, where he found more than just history.
Tombstone is trying to survive, but interest in Wild West history seems to be waning. The city hopes there is still a longing to revisit a great part of American history. One of the last frontier boomtowns in the old American West, Tombstone prospered mostly in the late 1800s. The town is best known for the fight at the OK Corral. But what is this small town's place in America today?
Those of us that grew up during the days of the TV westerns have a fascination for the Old West in America, and nothing says it better than Tombstone, a sort of cowboy mecca here.
If you take a look at the number of people who've signed into the visitor center since 2010, you see a roller coaster, highs in one year and lows in the next. In the past 5 years, more than 167,000 passed through.
We have our seasons, and we have our ups and our downs, The first Eldorado celebration had people shoulder to shoulder right out here in Allen Street. And during the heyday of TV westerns in the 1950s and 60s, we had a lot. Then it tapered off. Then when the movie Tombstone came out in 1993, it boosted up again. And now it's taking a little bit of a dip, but hopefully with the revival of westerns on TV and in the movies, it will pick up again as younger people become fascinated with the Old West.
Many of the original buildings are still standing. Tourists flock to the historic Birdcage Theater, which was a saloon, gambling hall, house of ill repute, and theater, all in one. It was also the home of a surprisingly long poker game.
Right down here, this is where they had the West's longest poker game. It lasted 8 years, 5 months, and 3 days. It was non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the minimum buy-in was $1,000 to get into the game. That would be like $330,000 today, just to give you an idea.
And of course, the reference point for anyone who visits is the movie Tombstone, released in 1993.
I always tell people when they first come to Tombstone to watch the movie that's now about 20, 21 years old, and then come out here and go through these old buildings like the Birdcage, the courthouse, the OK Corral, and then when they go home, watch the movie again, and they will understand it so much more than when they watch it the first time.
And they can pretend they are a part of the action, shoot a 6-shooter, and imagine what it was like to be in the middle of the fight at the OK Corral.
I got one left for you, Holiday.
Those who visit Tombstone have mixed feelings. Some don't like that it has become too touristy, while others say it was on their bucket list.
The world is losing interest in it, maybe because it's just old hat, maybe, but we're not seeing too many new westerns being made. And I think that's a shame. It's as much a shame as any of our history. Our history is being ignored, not only by our cinematography, but also by our educators. You know, if we don't pay attention to history, we relive it.
For many locals, Tombstone also remains a sacred part of Americana.
It's America, it's history, it's part of our Old West tradition of the days when the man solved his problems with his fists and his guns.
And when the sun goes down, don't think that the show's over, because it's only just beginning. Tombstone's place in modern history is still uncertain. The Old West town maintains hope that younger generations will fall in love with its history just as people have before. Ivan Rodriguez, Cronkite News.
A man faced the tragedy at 17 thought his days on the court were over.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we meet a man who refused to let a traumatic incident keep him on the bench.
Growing up, my family had no real idea of where we came from. It's kind of like being in a fog, because you feel like a piece of you is missing. What is the rest of my story? I saw African American Lives on PBS. I love the series, and there was a DNA kit that you could order to find out your African ancestry. And so I really got excited. My DNA results said that I was from Ghana. Wow. It just really opened me up to a whole new world, so I went ahead and started doing things. Now my mission is to write stories to have something to pass down to the next generation. It's important to know where you're from and to tell your children, teach them that. PBS helped me to go on a journey to discover who I was, and that journey will never end.
The College Football Playoff Committee just announced the schedule of events surrounding the big game happening just in a few months. Playoff Fan Central will be located in the Phoenix Convention Center and will include interactive activities, guest appearances, and exhibits celebrating college football. They also announced that the official championship tailgate will be held before the big game at the University of Phoenix Stadium and will include concessions and live music.
An ASU team is gathering support and delivering inspiration. Cronkite News reporter Kevin Jimenez takes us courtside.
ASU wheelchair basketball coach and player David Gonzalez was a two-sport star in high school until a shooting left him paralyzed at the age of 17. Gonzalez's physical therapist suggested he try wheelchair basketball, but he was initially reluctant.
I just kind of looked at him with a crazy eye, and I was just like, please, like, no way, I don't want to play no wheelchair basketball. I mean, it just doesn't even sound athletic.
Gonzalez finally tried the sport and was surprised by the talent it takes to compete.
These people made me look silly. They embarrassed me, but they humbled me all at the same time. And the competitor inside me said, you know what, I can't let this happen anymore.
Gonzalez went on to earn a scholarship to play wheelchair basketball at the University of Texas Arlington, a powerhouse in the sport. He won a national championship there in 2006, the school's 7th title. Gonzalez moved to Phoenix last year to help start ASU's wheelchair basketball program. According to the International Wheelchair Basketball Federation, more than 100,000 people play wheelchair basketball. And to the players, it is often more than just a game.
When you've grown up in sports your whole life and then it gets taken away from you and you're not able to do that anymore, it's really probably the hardest adjustment to make in life, to kind of reestablish yourself and reinvent everything, I think.
Passion, man. I love it. I've 10 years just doing it constantly every year. Off season, push on my own, play summer league, and also coach.
The team is co-ed right now, but hopes to split into women's and men's only teams by next year. In Phoenix, I'm Kevin Jimenez, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's next on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
Programs in Tempe designed to help boost job creation, and we'll talk about the 30 million word gap between preschoolers from low-income and wealthy families. I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, the European Union's open border policy under fire. What it could mean for thousands of Syrian refugees. That's Wednesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.